West Side, worldwide. Today, I'm doing a piece on one of the most famousest guys that I met from 9-8 Main Street Crip. His name is Big Dale Dog from Main Street. I heard that Dale Dog had passed, and all through the prison system, his name was ringing on the streets. His name was ringing, and I had an opportunity to meet this guy, and they say Shaq was at his funeral. He was a good friend of Shaq and Ashanti, Shaunie, that's Shaq's wife, and ex-wife. And how did I get to meet Dale Dog? Or actually, I was I had heard a lot about him because if you're from the East Side, you always gonna hear about the famous brothers is Mike Kool-Aid and Dale Dog, and the 9-8s is right next door to the 9-7s. And I remember back in the days when I used to go over into the 9-8s, and one of my boys, Robin, introduced me to Bear. And I used to always go over there and talk to Bear, and I used to, do a little business with Bear. And everybody used to always say, man, Dale Dog, man, this, and Dale Dog, this and that. And I used to always see kind of like Dale Dog in the streetway. But this guy, he was a big guy. He big like Big Huncho. And he was like a big ghost. You'll see him or you'll see his car go by. You be like, man, that's Dale Dog. And everybody always would talk about Dale Dog. But how I got familiar with Dale Dog was one day I'm over in the 9-7s, and I was over there with Big Merc. I don't know, Ant was over there or Lil Mark, but we was over there, and Melvin Butler was over there, and King Ron Ron was over there too. And we was on the street on the 9-7s, and I see a guy pull up in a Toyota Supra with the wing on it, with the Lorenzo's on it and everything. And this Joker was green. It was clean too. And he's sitting on the car, standing by the car, and he's talking to Melvin Butler. And he talking to Melvin Butler, and I think me, King Ron Ron, and Merc. I think Small Fry was over there that day. Maybe T.I. was over there. And I think we was shooting dice over there in the apartments because I think Small Fry lived downstairs. And we was over there shooting dice. That's when my baby mama, she didn't know she was my baby mama back then. Tracy, then we had Sylvia we was all there on 9-7 weed, all of us, J-Box, all of us over there. And then I was over there in my Candy Apple Red 6-7 Chevy, and I think Prentice was over there, but I didn't know that was Prentice over there. He was over there too that day. So everybody kept saying, "Oh man, that's Dale Dog right there, man," And I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh, I always heard his name, but I had never actually seen him. And back then, I know 9-7s and the 9-8s always been kind of cool with each other, even though a little bit of beef was going on with us in a little bit of them. But this guy, man, he was like one of the only guys that I knew that can come over there, and it was all love with this guy, and that's how I came in contact with Big Dale Dog, and Melvin was like, "Yeah, Fish, man, this Dale Dog from 9-8," and I was like, "Okay, how you doing, big man? How you doing, bro?" He was like, "How you doing, man?" And that's how I got the first time I ever met Dale Dog, and then I met him again, and at the name of the game. They was up there and there was fights going on up there, and I see Dale Dog, Kool-Aid, and the brother. They was up there in suits on like suits, and I always heard about Dale Dog. I heard that he had a nonprofit organization. I heard he was real successful in everything he do, and I heard that Shaquille O'Neal, the big Kahuna. That was one of the guys that went to his funeral. You know how street rumors is. I don't know, but they say that Shaq had I paid for the funeral or whatever. But I know this guy Dale Dog. Then another time I seen him over there, he was in a green like a green or gold 500 Benz, and I was like, wow, this guy here, man, he's off the chain. And I already seen that he had a few lowriders and everything, and then I uh, I always would hear him going and passing. Then one night I went and picked up my homie Scud, Big Scud from 7-6, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I want to take you over here where my brother at." So I said, "All right, we go over PP house first over there on Main and close to Florence." And PP wanted us to go with him to the Hollywood to show off his car. He had a fish tank in his car and his Regal, special Regal and everything. So we end up going over on 99th, I think. And I'm sitting in the car. I ready to get out. And then Lil Scud got in the car. I think Lil Scud had a little weed spot right there on the corner. And Big Scud got out and went and got Lil Scud. And Lil Scud came and sat in the car. And I was like, what's up, little nigga? He's like, hey, man, what's up? This is before Lil Skull went to the feds. This was before I went to the feds, too. So we sitting there talking and everything. And then I see this lowrider come up, jamming, boom. He was playing that boom, 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 boom. And I look, and I'm looking over across the street, right next to Poochie house. I used to go over there and get my hair done back in the day with Poochie, because my homie Blue got a baby by Poochie, got a son by Big Blue. So I'm looking over there at the apartments next, like one or two houses down from Poochie house, and it was. And my homeboy say, Lil Skull say, man, there go Dale Dog right there, and that was another time that I seen the infamous Dale Dog, and he was in one of his lowriders. And I'm looking and everything. I didn't get out the car. I just was looking over there where they was at, and there was a few of them over there, and they had some nice cars, and they always had nice cars. And then I said, I said, okay, I see us. There's Dale Dog. So Lil Skull was like, man. He told Big Skull. Big Skull got back in the car. Then I was wondering why he was asking Big Skull to get back. He said, Big Skull, let me holler at you again. So Big Skull got out the car. He said, he got back in and he told, I don't know what he told Big Skull, but Big Skull got back in the car and he was like, yeah, man, did you see that ring that nigga Fish had on? He's like, man, that mother joker, that at least cost about 20, 30 grand. And he said, man, you know what my brother asked me? I say, what? He asked me, did I see that ring you had on? Like, man, come on, let's go, man. So we got in the car, man, and I think we went around the corner, and my boy Kato, he lived at next door to Cookie Mama house. So Kato for 5'9", so we got out, and we talked to Kato, and I said, yeah, man, we just was coming from around Skull House, and we seen Big Del Dog over there, and he was chilling and everything like that. But I had heard a lot about this guy. And I had always knew that he was a big figure in the main streets, because I know a lot of main streets. You know, I know a few main streets, and a lot of the ones I looked up to, I always liked it. Their cars, and I always liked it. A lot of the way they carry themselves. And I was in jail one time. This dude was telling me he was kin to one of the main streets that got killed. He was way from Texas. I forgot his name, but he was associated with the main streets. And I can't remember his name, but he was kin to him. But man, I always hear that his brother, had a big church, and I always heard, a lot of things about Dale Dog, and a lot of good things, and a lot of crazy things. But he was always, I heard he had one of the biggest funerals outside of Tookie, and it was some major big funerals in LA. Fat Dog had a big funeral. Tookie had a big funeral. Dale Dog had a big funeral. And King Ron had a big funeral, too. That was one of the ones I took my little nigga head with me to King Ron funeral. But these guys is like Crip gods to us. And I just wanted to be able to, shine a little light on Big Dale Dog from 9-8 Main Street. And he's a original... He's an original guy from over there. He's original, one of the big guys into the organization, into the Crips over there, and he got a big family. And I know that one day I'll be able to talk a little bit more about, the situation with him. But I know that Shaq went to the funeral and everything like that. It was a big funeral, and I don't know exactly what it from. I think it was at his brother's church. And I don't know exactly where it was at, but this is on Big Dale Dog, 9-8 Main Street.